showed that in 2009, 14.3% of Americans were living below the poverty line. In terms of actual people, that means more than 43.5 million Americans.
Down at the local mission, we found Siobhan Maybell, a college graduate who's now homeless.
I've never, ever really disclosed this to my family because it's embarrassing. I'm expected to do well, you know.
Then,
obviously, spending more on welfare isn't the answer here.
The best anti-poverty program is not a new social program, but a robust jobs program that prepares, trains, and puts people back to work, that expands the economy.
Lisa Roberts runs a food pantry called Friends and Neighbors in a tiny village in southeast Ohio.
Before they came to us, they went to their church, to their family, to their friends. They tried everything before they had to come to a food pantry and say, I don't have enough to feed my family.
It feels like you go back to the Great Depression.
There's no jobs here.
Most of the people, sometimes you'll hear, oh, you know, they're just laying back waiting for a handout. They could go to work if they wanted to go to work. They'd rather be on welfare. They'd rather have 100 kids. It's not true. You have to stay hopeful or you're going to cry, you know? How am I going to face the people that are going to come through here without hope, without a smile, without, come on, you know, it's going to get better. We can pull it together. It can be. I want it to be strong again. I want that strong fighting spirit that exists to overcome.
Important to understand as we do this that business and entrepreneurship has got nothing, absolutely nothing to do with education. The skills you need in it may have, but not that. So Joe at one of my workshops, standing outside, didn't walk in, meets me at break and he says, look, I'd like to work with you, can we talk, you know? And he says, I want to start a business. And he says, why you're not in here? You know, he says, I can't read or write, never went to school, so I don't want to sit there, you know. So I says, what do you want to get into? And he says, well, I chop wood for the elders, and the community next door, there's a need for wood. All these people heat by wood, and I think that the business could be done there, and what I'd like to do is see how I can sell wood there. So I says, do you have a chainsaw? He says, yeah. Do you know how to use it? He says, of course. Do you know what a cord of wood is? You know? Easy, he said. You got a pickup truck? Yeah. Can you dump a cord in the back of the pickup truck? Yeah. Can you drive it to town? Yeah. How much did he give you for it there? Forget, $70. Can you collect $70? Yeah, even though you haven't got an education. Oh, I know what $70 is. So what do you want? Go. So that night he came to my hotel room. We put a sheet, Joe, in the wood business, selling so much per cord. If you need your wood for the following season, give me a call. Now he's got 3 or 4 people working. He's doing super well. He can't read or write, he hasn't gone to school, so be careful. Okay? That entrepreneurship is not an educational process per se. Anybody can do business. Very often what we do with the young people in our community, and we're all guilty of this, I'm sure that each and every one of you has done this. Kid, if you don't have an education, you'll never make it in life. We've all said that. Now, since 70 to 90% of the kids in the communities quit school, we're telling them right away, kid, you're not as valuable as that guy. He's got one. You're less valuable. So they're already going down and down, more notches. Now, it's not that we don't want them to get an education, so not to be misunderstood. But if they haven't got one, it doesn't mean roll over and nothing will happen in my life. The guy chopping wood is doing very well, making really good money. And I can show you hundreds of examples of people who can take care of their lives entrepreneurially.